Welcome, wherever you are, however you came here. Let yourself simply land. There's nowhere to get to, nothing you need to become before this can begin. This is not a journey towards something missing. It's a soft return to what has been waiting underneath the noise. If your eyes want to close, you can let them. And if you need to come back to the room at any point, to open your eyes, to feel the floor, to stop, you can. That door stays open the whole time. Nothing here moves faster than you do. Notice the breath, not changing it, just the breath that is already happening. The one that has been with you all day, all week, your whole life. Feel the weight of you wherever you are resting, the places where the body meets what is holding it, the seat, the floor, the back. Whatever surface has been quietly underneath you, it has not needed you to notice it to keep holding you. And now, if it feels right, you can let yourself receive that for a moment. Not as an idea, as contact. The body being held, the breath continuing, the room asking a little less of you now. Maybe for these few moments, a little less has to be managed. A little less has to be held. A little less has to be answered right now. Let the body know that. Not the mind, the body. Sometimes safety has to be felt for a while before the rest of you believes it. So let it be simple. The breath, the weight, the ordinary contact of this moment. Slowly, without going anywhere, notice, if you can, whether there's any place in the body that feels even slightly easier, warmer, softer, quieter, more open, or simply less far away. Wherever that place is, let yourself notice it. It does not have to be strong. It does not have to become anything. Only present enough to be included. And if the body wants to, you can let that place begin to soften and spread. Not by trying, by allowing. Through the chest, into the hands, down into the belly, across the face, wherever it naturally wants to travel. Like sunlight entering a room that had forgotten it could open. And as it spreads, you might sense a quiet brightness there. Not light you have to imagine. Not something placed inside you from outside. Just the aliveness of being here. Soft, steady, unforced. Let yourself rest with that. Not going anywhere. Just here with what begins to show itself when nothing is being demanded. And from this warmth, this quiet brightness, there may be a question worth letting in. Not to answer with the mind, not to solve, only to ask, and let whatever rises, rise. So softly. What in you has always been here? You do not have to answer in words. You do not need to know what it means. Let the question move underneath the thinking. Let the body answer it in its own language. Maybe something comes. Maybe nothing comes. Either way, something in you heard it. And while you rest with that, the warmth keeps quietly spreading. The brightness does not need you to understand it. It only needs enough space to be felt. And perhaps another window opens, somewhere quiet. What in you has been waiting to be noticed? not asked to perform, not asked to explain itself, not asked to become useful. Only notice if it wants to be noticed. Sometimes what has waited longest arrives quietly. And again, let whatever surfaces be held without naming it. No judging, no reaching, no need to understand it yet. And when you're ready, one more. What have you always known beneath what you've learned to perform? Not what you were told, not what you became to be accepted, not what you learned to prove. Something quieter than that. A feeling, a word, a picture, a simple yes, or only the sense that something in you heard the question. Whatever rose in those windows or did not rise, you do not have to do anything with it. You do not have to name it. You do not have to hold it tightly. You do not have to turn it into a story. Something was given space. That is enough. Something was allowed to be quiet. That is enough too. This is what the journey was for. Not to add anything, not to force a change, not to become someone else, only to make enough room for what was underneath to be felt. And maybe you notice now the warmth did not have to be created. The quiet did not have to be earned. The light did not have to be brought in from somewhere else. It was uncovered slowly, the way morning uncovers a room. And whatever you are sensing now, even if it's subtle, even if it's simple, let it be enough for the body to remember. Not perfectly, just enough. And now, whatever is here, the warmth, the quiet, the brightness, or only the simple fact that you stayed, you can let the body remember. Not by gripping, not by trying to keep the moment, by trusting that what is real does not disappear just because attention moves. If a word arises, a phrase, a sound, a feeling you can name, you can let it belong to you. And if no word came, nothing is missing. The body remembers in ways language never learned. So if it feels right, you might place a hand somewhere on the body where the warmth was strongest, where the quiet felt closest, where something in you felt most alive. Not a ritual, not as a rule, just a small way of saying, I noticed, I was here, this was real. And later, when the day gets loud, when the old stories come back, when you forget yourself for a moment, you can place your hand here again. Take one slow breath and remember, you are not trying to return to somewhere far away. You are touching the place in you that never fully left. And slowly, when you're ready, you can let the room come back. The sounds beyond your breath, the weight of you on whatever holds you, the light beyond your eyelids, take whatever needs to come with you. Leave whatever does not need to be carried. Nothing has to be decided today. Nothing has to be different. You spent a few minutes with something quiet and true. That alone is enough. And whenever you want to come back to the warmth, the quiet, the brightness underneath everything, it is here. Not because you found it once, because you remembered the way. One last breath in your own time. And when you're ready, only when you are ready, you can open your eyes.